Hi, welcome, welcome. Hi, Luna. How are you? How are you? Okay, now, who was here before? Oh, shit, brain dead. Somebody else came in and wanted to be part of a reading. Oops, I'll turn that off. Okay. I'm good, thanks. Hi. Okay, so let's have a look. Who's here? Now, somebody wanted to be added. Now, I've forgotten who that person was. My brain is not with it today. And of course, it doesn't show up who that other person was. So if that person's in, definitely right. Luna, let's do this free list. Free list, Luna. JA. Okay, so what we're going to do today is we're actually going to think about questions. Oh, you're not staying for long? Okay, Luna. I don't know if you've got a quick question you want to ask, and I'll do it anyway. And what I want you to do today is think about your question. Think about a question that you haven't answered, you haven't asked before. Okay, so what I want you to do is think about a question that you haven't had before. That's super important, to think about a question that you haven't asked before that's going to empower you. It's not a yes and no question. It is a question that starts with how, what, and why. Oh, Scorpio reached out. Okay. Yep, just type in your question, Luna. Think about a question that starts with how, what, or why. Okay, you want a question that's going to empower you. Okay, think about a question that starts with what, how, and why. Be empowered on your question, not a yes and no question. Don't ask yes and no questions. You're not going to get anything out of it. Don't ask a yes or no. Think about how, what, why. So Luna, your question was, so think about your question. That's what I want you to do, is think about what, how, and why type questions. Think about a question you have never asked before. Okay, type it in. That'll be great. Let's do the Mythic Tarot glasses. Yep, type in your question. Be really cool. Whew. So we want to think about your question, what, how, and why, and think about a question you have never asked before. You want to ask about, so I'm just waiting for Luna's question because she's got to go. She's not here for long. So why did Scorpio reach out? Hi, Effie. How are you? So we're thinking about questions that are how, what, and why, and that empower you. And that's interesting. 2 cards that flew out. Okay, why did Scorpio reach out, Luna? Okay, straight away, we've got this sense of 5 of Cups. So he's looking at what he can control and what he cannot control. Okay, that's why he reached out, because he's looking at the things that he can control, which is really important. He looks like you're knitting and listening. Oh, that sounds good. What are you knitting, Effie? So, Luna, it looks like this, feels like Scorpio reached out because he's looking at what he can and cannot control. And the one thing that he could control was the way he reached out to you. Okay, and then you've got the justice, the sense of looking for the truth, searching for the truth, maybe being able to, okay, you only have to type your question in once, Jaya, that's cool. Don't have to retype your question. Once was good. Okay, so Luna, really important, I think, for you to understand maybe is that sense of he was trying to find a sense of equilibrium, find the truth of the situation, look at his consequences of any actions that he's taking. So that sense of what's he actually controlling, what's important to him to be able to overcome any emotional challenges that he may have had, and that's mostly why he reached out to you. Okay, it doesn't really sort of tell us too much, just that he's looking for the truth of the situation. So that's most probably why he sort of spoke to you. Right, next in the, okay, Jaya. I'm knitting a toque. What's that? What's a toque? That's interesting. Okay, so what are the blessings and good news coming? I'm going to use the Chinese. You're welcome, Luna Moon. What are the blessings? Oh, okay. What are the blessings and good news coming? Okay, a couple of things. Firstly, is there could be a relationship on some level coming in, okay? So it's a reminder to make sure there are some choices that need to be made. So it's important to make sure that you plan and strategize before you move into what lies ahead for you. There could be some battles, some challenges with the Knight of Swords. You're thinking of battle, you're rushing into battles or conflicts, so to speak. So that sense of the choices yet to be made. So it feels like you've got a lot of choices and things coming up. It does feel like there's a blessing of a new connection, a relationship on some level. So it's really important that you make sure you plan an idea. Make sure you strategize on where you want to be. There is definitely some movement in a plan or an idea coming up. There could be a movement into a plan or an idea. So, yeah, I do feel like you've got some blessings in regards to a connection, a relationship in some way. You just got to be, look at the perspective as you move into this new plan or idea as well. It's super important. Okay, so we have next deep. Okay, deep. I don't know if Effie wants a question. And mirroring. Okay. Cool. I'm just going to do your question next. And Harley. Just typing up the free list. Ooh. Right. How will my relationship with Dugish be? Let's do the romantic. Actually, no. Okay, let's do the... vintage Japanese, right. You know why? Just check relationship with, there we go. Shh. Hi, welcome. Okay, definitely feels like there's a connection here with the Two of Cups. Two of Cups does talk about connections here, and King of Pentacles does talk about opportunities. So it feels like the relationship is there is that connection with that relationship. There's definitely that connection, and it does bring in opportunities that arise. Okay, it can also be the King of Pentacles, can also be that sense of being organized, being very practical about the approach to the relationship as well, having a sort of a practical approach to it. Feels very secure. It just feels very yeah, get a sense of being very secure and very organized, and just feels like everything's going to look. Hi, Sid. So it feels like everything's sort of coming to, I don't want to say everything's sort of coming, well, the opportunities arise anyway. I want to get that the opportunity arises. Some opportunities do arise. There's definitely a connection, and the opportunity does arise for more. Okay, so let's have a look. What have I got next? Okay, so my next list. Okay. So then my next list will be is May. Okay. May see. Okay, so I've got Effie, Mary, and Harley. Right, Effie asks, how will my knitting and crochet, okay, I'm going to do Starman Tarot here. How will my knitting and crochet sales go this year? Oh, that just flew out. No, you're funny, Sid. That's funny. Okay, Effie. Right, how will my knitting and crochet sales go this year? It's interesting. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords tells me that there's a sense of I know that does talk about things ending, but I'm also getting that the new opportunity, like there is something, a new beginning, a new idea or a new plan coming into play. Feels like there's a sort of like like the old will be finished, like there's a new thing. Does feel like there's something new, a new opportunity coming. So it tells us to persevere. Things might not go exactly as planned, but I feel like you need to sort of work through any challenges. I do feel as though you've got to work through the challenges and things that may come up at times. Okay, so I do feel maybe something will end. There is something that's going to give you some closure or something, and you just got to persevere and move through that. And just look at your decisions that you make. Okay, I feel like there's some stuff that comes up and you've got to make some decisions, Effie. So I think you might have some challenges. Looking at this, there could be some challenges. There's lots of options available to you. So you just got to think about your choices that you make and look at the opportunities that arise for you and just sort of keep moving through the challenges. Yep. There could be some things that happen quickly. So yeah, it could be that you sell quickly. That's why things might end, things might end for you, because it's like you sell out of, maybe you sell out of this stuff quickly. And so, that's why you got to persevere and keep going. So true, Sid. That could be things. So there are some decisions, some choices that you've got to make with it all. And I think it could be quite emotional as well. So yeah, I think there will be some challenges. There will be some things that will bring on something new. Just keep going with it. And just make some decisions. So I think there will be some challenges, but I think you'll just get through those. Oh, sunflower. That's it. That too was on the list. Sorry, sunflower. My brain went fuddled. It was you that was on the list. Okay. So let's have a look. So I've got Mary, then Harley at the moment. I'm just trying to work out who's who. Yep. Sunflower, you are on the list. I'm just, yeah, I know you came earlier, but you weren't here when I started. I can't just wait. So your question is, don't worry about it. I will get to your question. Don't panic. Everybody will get read. You know that I read everybody that I can. Please be patient with me, because I start to get uptight otherwise if I start getting this energy. What I want to do is use questions that are what, how, and why. Not yes and no questions. Doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't do anything for you. Let's be empowered on our journeys. How, what, and why. So, I do not want the gilded. Right, I want the Meraki. What is news coming towards for Mary? Okay, everybody's going to get their reading. Don't panic. What I want to do is get questions that are how, what, and why. So you want to be empowered on your journey. So that's what we're looking at today. So what are the news coming towards me? So what Mary wants to know, what are the news coming towards her? So don't forget, donations take priority with it. Don't forget to see the pinned link or see the description box below. Yeah. Thanks, Sid. Appreciate it. Okay, Mary. Okay, Mary, we've got 9 of Cups. So it tells us that the wish is fulfilled, that the wishes are coming. It's all about your dreams. It's all about what you want to achieve. So just be aware that of things that sort of weigh you down. I do feel as though there could be a sense of, you're getting what you want, but just be very aware. Okay. So, Mary, be very aware of what your wishes or your dreams are and what it entails. Sometimes there's a sense of consequences of our actions, or what we wish for is not always what we need in our life. So just be aware of what you're wishing for. You know, what do you really want in your life? Look at what's important to you. I feel like there's a sense of an emotional override to the analytical stuff that you really need. Okay, so it's really important to just take a moment to just breathe and think about what do you really want, because sometimes what we think we want makes us feel very heavy and weighed down. It doesn't really do us justice in some way. So I want to think about, what do you truly want? What's of value to your journey right now, Mary? What's important to you right now? I do feel as though, like you've been wishing for something, it arrives and it doesn't really pan out the way you want it to. It's not what you expect. So think about things really, really quickly. Yeah. So that's really important, Mary. So take a moment to take a breath and think about what's of value to your journey. Not just what you desire or what you want, but what's of value to you. What's of value to your journey right now? I'm actually feeling like, who's next? Okay, I feel like I'm missing somebody here. Harley. Just taking my breath and taking my time. Harley, right. What I've been saying is just think about your question. Does it empower you? Does it enable you to actually move forward? Be empowered on your journey. How, what, and why? How can you improve your life? What's important to you? What's of value? So let's have a look. Who's secretly admiring you from afar? Okay, any court cards come out? There we go. What's this there? Okay, I've got 2 of Swords. So it feels like someone's at a crossroads. Someone's unsure yet. They certainly recognize you for who you are. They recognize your capability, your skills, your talent. Definitely feel like they sort of recognize who you are. It's someone that's at a real crossroads, really unsure. They're unsure about their path. They're unsure about where they're headed or what's going on. So that's what it's going to give you here. They're just trying to find a sense of inner peace within themselves, and they're just trying, and they do recognize you for your skills and your abilities. It's like they want to support you in some way, but they're not sure how. They're not sure how to support you. Hi, Egyptian Famous. How are you? Okay, so next on the list. Okay, so this is what I'm up to. May, Macy, and Sid. And then the next free list. EB. Bauer. Okay, so May. And oops. Crystal. Okay. Oh, and Egyptian famous. And let's whoops. Right. Put that in. Okay, so that's my next list, and it might be nearly it. Right. So, what I need to know about this interference or third-party section to this. Right. Tarot descriptive. Oh, okay. GD, I will do you next. Just keep an eye on that free list, and I will do the donations. Okay, let me just do this one. This is where I'm at the moment. Okay. Definitely keeping you chained to the situation. It's definitely keeping you chained to it. Definitely feels like there's a lot of battles and conflicts and things going on that you can overcome. So it is keeping you chained to something. You are maybe feeling very chained to the battle, to the conflict. So I think it's about letting it go and allowing yourself to sort of break free from the situation and say enough's enough. I get the sense of being needing to be a bit more assertive about the situation. May be a little bit more assertive about it. Allow yourself to sort of break free from the chains or the perceptions of what this third person is going on about. Allowing yourself to sort of overcome those battles, those conflicts. And I think you can do that there. Oh, thanks, Egyptian Famous. Got the list organized. Right, now let me have a look at these donations here. So let me just give me a second. Log in. Right, let's log into PayPal. Just a second. Okay, so your you did New Zealand, so that's so you did a oops. So what was your question, GD? VIP GD for a basic reading. Yep. So I'm just waiting for GD's question. Okay, GD's question. Thanks, Egyptian Famous. Big help. Thank you very, very much. Yes, I received it. Just need a question. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm just waiting for a question. Oops, sorry. Not Sid. Sorry, wrong one. Weather by you're going into, yep, I am going into fall winter. Yeah, we are. Weather's not too bad today. There is some sun out. But we're quite good. Right, GD. I'm just waiting for GD's question. You paid for it, so I'm just waiting because I just don't want to. I'm just not seeing any question here by GD. I don't want to be too long. Okay, so while I wait for GD's questions, GD's being paid. So, whose question am I actually waiting for? So who's next? Sorry. What was the free list? So Macy. I'm just waiting for GD's question. Roll call, yeah. Oops. So I'm just waiting for GD's question. So while we do that, we'll do Macy. Macy, can you just type in your question? Macy and Sid. Macy. But he paid. GD paid for his reading. So so Macy, if you just type in your question, that'll be really cool. We paid. So GD, I'm just waiting for a question. Just waiting for GD's question. Did pay. So just wait for a minute. Sometimes they donated, so I don't think they're leaving. But sometimes things take a bit of time to come in. The question might take a bit of time to come through. Okay. Well, it's definitely a judgment situation. Okay, you're going to get some clarity about the situation. I do feel as though there's going to be an awakening. There is going to be some information, and you're going to get a sense of closure with the situation. I do feel like you're going to get some clarity about whatever happens. So there's definitely going to be an awakening, definitely something coming in there. So, yeah. I do feel as though there is going to be an awakening. It does feel very judgy, very critical of the situation. So I do feel as though there may be some criticism in some way. And you get some clarity about the situation as well. Okay. Right, Sid, can you just type in your question, please? Ooh. Yep, that's if they can last all long. Not always all the time, but it's all good. I'm happy. Just whoever. You're welcome, Macy. Yeah, I'm all right. It's all good, just as long as I get the list. There's two of us here. Oh, good. Sorry, Sid, I'll come back to you in a minute. Oh, your Wi-Fi went out. Okay. Okay, Sid, I'll do you next. Okay, let's do... between me and Gory sometime in the future. I keep getting drawn to the Moon Baby Tarot for this one. If I've done your reading, go through and re-listen to it when we upload, or rewind and listen. Okay, so is there going to be a reconciliation? Okay, I look at the Tower, okay, and then we get the Ten of Cups. So there's two things here. This gives you a chance to rebuild your relationship in some way. So there could be a reconciliation, but it could also be the chance for you to rebuild a new journey for yourself, a new connection. Totally, it's up to you, of course, but I am getting a sense of reconciliation, but at the same time there is that sense of, is that what you really want? So yeah, there is a possibility of a reconciliation. Okay, when I look at this, there is a possibility of a reconciliation. That was your question. That's what you get. Yes. Yeah. With that and that, and I get that sense of things breaking down, and then you got the Ten of Cups coming in, everything coming together. It does feel like there is a reconciliation there, a rebuilding. But it's thinking about, is that what you really want? Oh, what am I doing? I didn't finish your reading. Far out. I still owe you two more cards. So, a reconciliation. Okay. So, we talked about a reconciliation, right? But it's, what are you missing out on this picture? Is this what you really, exactly what I said, is this what you really want? You got that sense of being a bit of a fish out of water. So we get that. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I put those away. So yes, it all comes in together, but there's a sense of boredom or dissatisfaction with things as they come in together. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. I lost the plot. I got so caught up in those two cards that threw me. Let me just pull this other one, this Tower card out again, because I want to really show you the whole thing. Those two cards coming out together just threw me. Don't know why, but it just... I must have really missed it. Told ya. This is called Moon Baby Tarot. Don't know why I just lost the cards. I lost what I was looking for because I really want to. It's a Kickstarter. I don't know what's wrong. It just threw me. They were such powerful cards in the reconciliation. But I keep getting, is that what you really want? And then I get this. It's interesting because then I get this Four of Cups, which is about dissatisfaction. So you get that rebuilding of the relationship. Everything sort of seems to come together. And then there's this sense of boredom or dissatisfaction with what's actually going on. And there could be some hurt. A sense of feeling a bit of fish out of water about the whole situation. So I already had that feeling coming in, even with these two cards. It's like they don't want to show me this card. There it is. So this is what I want to show you. You've got this Tower card, which sort of breaks down all the stuff that's been going on. But also that sense of rebuilding the relationship. So rebuilding the relationship, GD. So that sounds really good. It sounds really, really positive, and it felt really good. But then at the same time, I got this, that with the Four of Cups, this whole, yeah, it's very emotional, but there's this dissatisfaction. Yeah, and you're totally disillusioned. But yeah, totally agree, Sid. There's that disillusion that things aren't quite as they seem, and so you get hurt. You feel like a bit of a fish out of water. Nothing sort of feels right. And so, yeah, you'll have a reconciliation, but it doesn't mean it's going to be perfect. There's a lack of communication. Yeah, dreaming of other things. Totally agree, Sid. There's so much more to this, but these two cards really threw me out with that, because I felt, but then I had this feeling of things not being as you expect them to be. And so, yeah, just this whole, yeah, there could be a reconciliation, but is it really what you truly want? I just get this feeling is that you have to take a moment to take a breath. Take a breath. This was such a powerful beginning. It just totally just like, yeah, there's a reconciliation, but then I keep getting this underlying issue about this Four of Cups, this dissatisfaction, delusion of that, just everything just was coming in. So I just feel like there's a lack of communication. There's a lack of actual passion. You know, when I look at these cards here, I actually feel like there's a lack of passion, a lack of communication, a lack of grounding. There's no foundation. No, it wasn't solid. I agree, Sid. You nailed it on the head. What's the shadow card? Oops. Things ending. Stabbed in the back. Yeah, totally agree. Time to breathe. Yeah. Tell me what you think, Sid. Oh, for a minute I thought there was no dragon's blood in there for a minute. I nearly panicked. Oh, wait. That's what I'm burning right now. That's what I'm going to burn right now. Sorry, I'm just going to light some incense here. Let's get some dragon's blood lit. Whoa, sorry, I just shifted my table. That was clever. I just knocked my table. Right, okay, where are we? Oh, that feels better. Just breathe in. Let's just clear that energy. Sorry, GD. It's miserably not quite what you expected. Okay. So where was I up to? Should we start again? Whew. Oh, that dragon's blood. I wish I'd smell-o-vision for you guys to smell that. It's just stunning. Right, so where are we up to? What's the list? Okay. Oh, thank you, EB. So, right. Right, we're starting fresh. We're starting again. We've got Sid, EB, Sunflower, Crystal, Egyptian, Alexis, Free, It's Me, Jaguar, and Donna Lynn, Fabio. Right. Okay, guidance from Spirit. Okay, I'm actually going to use the Maori Tattoo Tarot. Oh, okay, Sid. Oh, 2 cards flew out here. First card is it's all about speaking your truth. I get the sense about just saying what you need to say, Sid, about the situation that's going on. It's all about, I just get the sense of emotional balance. It's about giving and taking, but I get a sense of you needing to give a little bit more about your truth, a little bit more. I get the sense of like speaking your truth, and you're going to allow yourself to find a sense of emotional balance, like what you expect from others. Yeah, but I feel like it feels like something's come up, Sid. I get a feeling like something's come up and you haven't quite said what you really wanted to say in a situation. You've sort of held back a little bit. I get a sense of you sort of holding back. So needing to have a sense of clarity. Yeah, I get this feeling of you sort of holding back from your, not this, there is a situation, maybe it's to do with a relationship in some way, a connection with someone, and maybe you haven't quite said exactly how you're feeling or what you need in a situation. So it's having the clarity to do that. So I'm getting a really strong feeling of you. There's just a situation that you just find yourself in and you haven't quite said what you need to say. You've sort of held yourself back a little bit? Oh, okay, you're always holding back. So maybe it's about time for you. I feel like you need to say something to someone, and it could be to do with it could be to do with a relationship. Okay, Sid. And so like you need to cut away the debris, cut away the stuff. No, don't rein yourself in. You don't need to be reined. I just get the sense of not reining yourself in. I think this is a time for you to speak. Clear away all the, excuse the language, guys, I'm going to have to say this. It's like you have to clear away all the shit. Okay, Sid, it's like you have to clear away all the shit, all the debris, all the stuff that doesn't matter, and just say what you need to say. I think it's really important that you say what you need. Don't rein yourself in. I don't feel like this is a situation that you need to be reined in. It's time for you to just take a breath and just say what you need to say with clarity. Okay, I think that's really important for you, Sid. Okay, next on the list. Oh, I'm good. All about Maine. I'm good. Okay, EB's been really good at doing that. So I'm just working out who's next. Oh, come on. I just keep getting you need to clear shit. Okay, that's cool. Whew, that's interesting. Right, T-O. Now let's have a look. Hawara, where am I up to? Oh, EB, you're next. So this is the list. So Sunflower, I need your question next. Sunflower and Crystal. Sunflower, then Crystal. Oh, you Zoom interviewed last week. So are you going to hear back from Staples? And I'm getting a sense of let's see the stars. EB. So I need Sunflower and Crystal's question. Cool. Will I hear back from Staples Company? I Zoomed last week. Let's have a look. Definitely feels like there's a connection there. Nurturing the idea. Nurturing the dream. Yep. I definitely feel like you're going to hear back from them. Definitely feels like there's that connection with them. It's going to nurture the dreams and everything, and it's going to happen quite quickly. So yes, I do feel like EB that you're going to hear back from them for sure. So it definitely feels like you're going to hear back from the company. It does feel like it's going to be happening quite quick. There's definitely that connection, and it's going to be about nurturing your dreams and ideas. Right. Next is Sunflower. Then Crystal. What is the progression of Sunflower and Jeffrey? Let's do the deck of heroes. What is the progression of Sunflower and Jeffrey? Oh, Okay, Deck of Heroes. First card is Four of Pentacles. So we've got the sense of Four of Pentacles can be about building security, a sense of building foundations, getting a sense of building a secure foundation. Okay, feels like it's building a secure foundation. But there will be choices to be made. It feels like the world's your oyster, anything's absolutely possible in the relationship, but there is that sense of being choices that will need to be made so that you can actually move forward. I do get a sense of being stuck if you're not careful. You're building foundations, but you can also get quite stuck in that and not having the progress or the movement forward. I'm not getting a sense of, like there's these choices to be made, but are you actually making the choices that actually make you to propel you forward? Or are you feeling like there could be a sense of being stuck in the stuck in the relationship? So as you build foundations, you could be holding on to something. Okay, so there is that sense of needing to look at the choices and actually taking action. It's like you're standing still, you're not actually moving forward. You're looking ahead and thinking, yeah, this is what I need to do, but are you actually doing it? Are you doing the things to move you forward? Are you committed to doing those things? That's really important there. So feel like there's a lot of thought, there's a foundation to it, but are you actually propelled forward? Is the action actually being taken? Okay, next we have okay, so we're up to, so what have I got? I have got Crystal Egyptian. So Crystal and then Egyptian. So I've got Crystal's question here somewhere I saw. So I just need Egyptian's question. And Alexis. Right. Oh, thanks. That's good list. Okay, so will things get better between me and, oops, I just lost it. Okay. Think about questions. When you answer yes and no, you were doing a few yes and no questions. Okay, so that's cool. Okay, just so you can see the difference, that I can answer yes or no. Will things get better between me and Willie? So your question's going to be a yes or no question. Not going to get all up. Things get better. So when you think about questions are, how can I improve things between situation, what's happening between so and so, and why do things happen, you get a lot more out of the cards. Otherwise, we're just going to do a yes and no question here, and we're just going to use the oh, where is it? Oh, shoulder just clicked. I'm going to use the field tarot. Yep, change your question quick. If you're going to change your question, it's up to you. I just want you guys to get the best out of your reading. I can do yes and no questions, no problem at all, but then you don't really get anything out of it. Where if you word it as a how, what, why, you get a lot more out of your question. Oops, sorry, I'm just shuffling. Oh. Ah, great question. What's the energy? That's a good question. And also, if you donate straight through Ko-Fi, don't forget about the exclusive content that you get. What's the energy between me and Willie? That's a good question. Good question. What's the energy between Crystal and Willie? Whoa! That flew out. And the energy between you definitely feels like there's a lot of planning going on. It does feel like there's a lot of planning, there's a lot of choices, there's a lot of thought, there's a lot of ideas. Okay. And it gives you a lot of options. It does give you a lot of choices. So it does feel when you, it's funny because you got these two cards and they're both about, to me, they're both about choices, decisions, choosing wisely. This one tells us that the world's your oyster, that you've got the world in front of you. Anything's absolutely possible. It's really positive and to the point. Okay, so it tells you that it's possible, that anything's absolutely possible. It's unlimited of what's available to you. And so it's all about making the choices. You have free will. It's basically telling me that you have free will to decide on the path that you guys are going to take. It feels really positive. It feels like there's options available to you. You're not closed off to anything. It's not telling me that you've got no options. It's telling me you've got possibilities. There's potential there. There is that whole thing, Crystal, about so much possible for you to move ahead. It feels really like you've got unlimited possibilities, but it's all about being able to talk, being able to communicate, being able to spend time together, to get to know each other. Feels like there's so much to get to know. Feels like with the 7 of Cups here, I'm getting the sense of actually looking at what, where are you going to go? What's your what path are you going to take? What's your date going to be like? Or your days, whatever you spend time together. That's what it's about. Cool. There's a lot of options available to you. So this is much better than a yes and no question, Crystal, isn't it? Much better for you to sort of look at a bigger picture about what's going on. So that's really interesting. So who's next is Egyptian. Thanks, EB, for doing this listing. It's a big help for me. Oh, right. Okay, so you've got to talk, you've got to communicate, you've got to stay calm, you've got to take a breath and have a look at all your options available to you. So where am I up to? Taking a nice deep breath. EB, thank you very much, EB, for adding up those extras and on the list. So where am I up to? Alexis, Egyptian, Alexis, and Free. No, I don't mean just options with other people. I'm talking about even options with the path that you take, Crystal. These options in the path that you two take together. So there could be like some options within the relationship, some choices to make within the relationship. Okay, so we've got Egyptian, Alexis. Oh no, you're not bad, not bad. Just misunderstand. There's just so much more to these cards, so many more layers, and that's what I love to really get quite deep. So we want Egyptian, Alexis, and Free. 3 questions. 3 people, 3 questions. Okay, so Egyptian comes in and out. Alexis, I know Egyptian comes in and out sometimes with bits and pieces, so cool. Right, okay. I know Egyptian can be a little bit in and out, so okay, just remember, yes or no question, that's all you're going to get. Will it be strong? It's going to be yes or no. It's not going to give you much else. Unless you sort of ask, how can the relationship be strong? What do I need to do to make sure the relationship is strong? Okay. So thinking about will the relationship be strong? It's going to be a very quick, short reading. So let's just use the Rider deck. Okay. Thinking about your questions, when you ask a will it be strong, it's a yes or no question. Not going to get a lot of it. Is how can the relationship be strong? What can I do how can I make the relationship stronger? It's going to give you a lot more. Will the relationship be strong? Well, it feels like there's a lot of giving. And it feels like the sun's going to be shining on the situation. So it could be a happy, strong relationship. It could possibly be. But what do you do to create that strength? What do you create to create a really strong relationship? Just says there's that sense of balance, that give and take, and the sun shining on the situation. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so yeah, it could be a really good relationship, but what, it can be. Depends on what actions you take. It has the potential to be a happy relationship, strong relationship. Okay, so where am I up to? Okay, so free, it's me, and Jaguar. Free just wants a general reading. Right. It's me, and then yeah, Effie, that's right. Doesn't say. What do you mean by one sec free? No. Thanks, Sid. Thanks for your help. Thanks for being around. Really appreciate it. Oh, you better go and pick up the kids from school. Good idea. General reading. Okay, so we're not doing anything in the specific. Remembering every card has many layers. So general reading. Okay, we've got the potential. You have potential free. There's potential and the need for clarity. Yes, Effie, you get what you put in. Okay, free. Basically, it tells us that you have potential and it's all about having clarity. So once you've got clarity, you'll have the potential to achieve whatever you wish to achieve. Basically, here is about this sense of these new possibilities, new beginnings. It's all about making sure you've got a clear mind, a clear plan, a strategy. Does feel like there's a sense of having a sense of clarity, being able to speak clearly is going to bring you the potential, the possibilities that you want in your life. Okay. Right, so where are we up to? Just throw that there for a minute. Don't forget, when you show a little bit of support, if you go through Ko-Fi, you get some great exclusive downloads, you get some free content, you get lots of freebies. So I'm lost to where am I at? So who's next? Yep, all about Maine. You're definitely on the. Actually, I owe you. Oh, Sid, no, you're all right. You're all about Maine. You're good. It'll be listed there. So everyone's good. I want to make sure I do everyone's reading. So I'm not in actually any particular hurry. Not worried about things today. I'm just sort of cruising. Right. So who did I say? I've lost the list. Here we go. So oh, thanks. It's good. Everybody's welcome. Right, where are we up to? Egyptian. I've got It's Me, Jaguar, All About Maine, and Donnellan. Oh, yep, All About Maine and Donnellan Fabio. The Unconventional Light. No, you're all good. Okay, so I need some. So who am I missing? Oh, All About Me. Okay, It's Me, and then All About Maine and Jaguar. Cool. She just was wondering where you are. Okay, so it's cool. So let me have a look. What's Jordan's current energy towards me? And I'm doing cool. Thank you. And I'm just going to do All About Maine and Jaguar. So perfect. So what's Jordan's current energy towards me? So you've got, it's interesting, you've got heartbreak coming up. Heartbreak and actions with consequences. So it feels like there could have been some sorrow or something, could have been something to do with, I don't know whether it's to do with the past coming in. So what's Jordan's current energy towards you? I do feel like this might be some heartbreak that he's dealing with, and it could be to do with actions of the consequence. You know, it could be consequences of any actions that were taken. So I don't know whether there's some heartbreak or a sense of betrayal situation, and trying to find out the truth of something that's going on. So I don't know if that makes any sense or what's going on, but I'm just getting a real heavy heart. So I don't know whether he was affected in the past or whether it was a sense of, I'm just getting this sense of a real heavy heart. So I don't know whether it was affected from the past, whether it was the past that's affecting his heart at the moment, and now that's sort of affecting how he reacts or what's going on with his energy at the moment. So yeah. Okay. So All about Maine. I just need a question and Jaguar, I think. Jaguar. Oh, thanks, Effie. Take care and talk later. Don't forget, guys, you can join us on Discord too. If you go to my Ko-Fi, and in the posts there, you will find a link to the Discord as well. Do the after tarot. So all about Maine and Jaguar and Donna Lynn Fabio, I think I'm up to. So let's have a look. Just taking a nice deep breath. Oh, stretch. Yelch, don't whack my toe. Don't you always whack the toe that you actually stubbed earlier? Don't you keep hitting it? Oh, drives me crazy. Right, so questions from Egyptian, it's me, Jaguar, and All About Maine, and Donna Lynn Fabio. Cool. That's all I'm just waiting for. Some questions. Sorry, I just need to sort of start fresh where I'm at. So this is what I'm waiting for. Oh. So, and now I want to tell you something. Okay, so I cannot believe it. It is getting exciting. We are so close. Okay, we're on 806 subs. So we're getting there, guys. So let's do, I'm not sure where Jaguar is at the moment. So I'm going to do All About Maine. And I'm actually going to use the before and after. Where are you? The reason why I'm doing this. Ouch. So the before. Oh. Okay. Oh, Egyptian flips in and out. She's working. Well, she may have popped over to TO. Okay. Right. All About Maine. You always support me and you're always around. So, and I know that you've been on Ko-Fi, which is really cool. So, what I've got here is the 8 of Cups. And that sense of before you leave sort of thing is taking a drink, taking a, I want to say that you're nourishing your soul before you leave. The sense of like he's nourishing his soul before he walks into the relationship. Feels like he's taking care of himself. And there's that sense of, so it's interesting here because with the 8 of Cups, it's normally about walking away from something, but I feel like he's just taking his time and just wanting to sort of absorb you fully. It's like he wants to take care, like he's wanting to, I feel like he's wanting to like drink you in, sort of. That's a weird thing to say. It's like he wants to just be in the moment. It's like he wants to be in the moment with you, is what I'm getting here. And that win-win, feeling like a win-win situation, like he's won, he's achieved what he needs to do if he can just be in the moment with you. So I definitely feel like he just wants to, I feel like he wants to just be in the moment, just absorb, just savor the moment, savor the moment. Savor the moment and feel like he's a winner. So that's what he feels like with you. That's what I'm sort of getting, that sort of energy. That's really interesting. Wow. The afterwards, isn't that interesting? That's the before and that's the after. And you got the same card. So it definitely feels like he's walking, like that sense of savoring the moment. And even when things might seem distant, it's an interesting card. So it feels really positive, like he's just savoring the moment, being the moment, and even when there's distance, does sort of feel like I'm just getting the sense of just being in the moment. I just keep getting that being in the moment, savoring that experience, even when there's a distance between you, there is still that sense of I want to say nurturing the energy, nurturing the plans, the ideas, trusting in your intuition. So it feels like it's a win-win situation. So it feels really positive. It feels, even though there's distance or there's a sense of maybe not always being together, is that he wants to just savor the moment, savor whatever it is, for whatever it is. Even if it's not a long time, it's just he wants to make every moment precious, is what I get here. Like, even if it feels like he's walking away, the moments are still. For Jaguar, I haven't had any question there. I'm just going to keep moving through. So it feels really positive all about Maine. Feels like he just wants to be in the moment, be in the now, and even if there's a distance or there's that movement away, he still wants you to know that it's of value. So just trust your intuition, trust the play, just trust the truth of the situation. That was interesting. It feels really positive. This feels like really precious. Okay, so where are we up to? So I've got, so I'm not sure where Jaguar is right now. Oh, cool. Donna Lynn Fabio. So we've got whoever hasn't had a reading. I know Egyptian's coming in and out. She's busy with work, so I know she'll get a reading at some stage. Usually comes in towards the end. Ugh. Right. Tarot. Right. Oh, you're welcome, all about Maine. You're welcome. Don't forget, if you've been on Ko-Fi, that there's a Discord link. There's some posts. Oh, all sorts of free content. Oh, Wendy, thank you. Thank you for your donation. So I'm just waiting. So Wendy just threw in a donation. So thank you, Wendy. Really appreciate that. $3. Oops. I really appreciate the because remember, all the donations go straight back into the business, pays for the Ko-Fi, pays for the channel, pays for my time. So thanks, guys. So while I'm waiting for Wendy's question, because I don't know what Wendy's question is yet. So let's just see this here. Right, I'm just waiting for Wendy's question. Oh, cool. Please join. Don't forget, there's the Discord, and there's all the heaps of content, free content you can download. Reconciliation. Being in control. It's interesting. You get the Emperor and the find a solution to the problem. So I think there's a need to communicate. You could reconcile if you communicate. There's that sense of being in control, providing. I do get a sense of finding solutions to the problem. So I do feel like there's a need to communicate. You could reconcile, but it's all about being able to communicate, Donna. Right, let's have a look with the reading here. Okay, $3 reading, so that's 4. Let's have a look. What am I going to do for you here? Let's do the Gilded Tarot Royale. What is my husband's thoughts? Because he's struggling with his health at the moment. Okay, what's his thoughts? What does the husband think about? One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so he's at a pause. I feel like he's reflecting. He's been reflecting on the past, but he's also contemplating the future. He's contemplating about where he's headed, what's next. You know, there's a lot of thought going into it. He's doing a lot of, I feel like he's doing a lot of thinking. He's feeling very stagnant at the moment. He's feeling very, I do get a sense of being stagnant, being stuck in a way. It's like he's looking for the truth. I feel like he feels there's more to the story. There's more to come out. There's more to what's going on. I do feel like he's doing a lot of thinking about things at the moment. Okay. So, wonder if he's sort of been, I feel like he's thinking about, you know, what's he afraid of? I think he's got a lot of fear. I think he could be dealing with a lot of fear about stuff. So I just feel like he's not, I feel like there's more to the story, okay? So I feel like he's waiting for the facts, for the test to find out what's wrong. And then, so I feel like his mind is racing, okay? I do feel like that sense of, there's a lot of fear going on. There's a lot of what ifs or what could be, what's actually happening, okay? So I do feel like there's a lot of that sort of stuff. So it's interesting because we've got the Four of Cups here with the Three of Wands, and you've got that whole, and even the the Page of Swords here. You've got that whole thing of just waiting, emotional. I think there's a sense of like missing out, like there's this fear of missing out on stuff. So I think there's a lot of stuff that he's afraid of. So you just got to be there for him. I just feel like he has to be there for him. He keeps a lot to himself. Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely I feel like you need to sort of approach him. Maybe you need to just say, hey, hon, I'm here for you. You know, don't ask him what's wrong. Just say, hey, I'm here for you. If you need to talk, maybe he needs to talk to a counselor. Maybe he needs to talk to somebody else, talking to somebody else, and, you know, and see what. You know, I'm not affiliated with them at all, but I'm just getting like better. Have you heard of Better Health? Have you heard of Better Health? Better Help, sorry, not Better Health, Better Help. BETTERHELP. Better Help. Thanks, EB, for your support. Really appreciate it. Okay, with Better Help. Okay, Better Help. BETTERHELP. They have counselors that you can talk to online, and they can be available for you for 24/7. So you can just do it with Zoom, with that. Thanks for the current list. Really help. Thank you. So Better Help. I totally recommend you look it up, find out about it, see if that's going to help him in any way. So definitely recommend that because you got 24 hours, 7 days a week, access to trained counselors, trained psychologists, psychotherapists, those that you can just talk to on any level. You can change your counselor or change your therapist if you need to. You can just phone them, leave a message for them at any time. You can leave a message for them at any time and they'll get back to you. So Wendy, I reckon you need to go and check out Better Help. BETTERHELP. Yeah. So yeah, I think he's going to really benefit from being able to talk to somebody that's really can sometimes be the way to go. You know, can really help. So yeah, I definitely think that could help. Okay, the communication. Yeah. So I think talking to a counselor would be really, really beneficial to him. I just got that really strongly. I'm not affiliated with them in any way because I'm in New Zealand. I don't have that connection, but I just know about it. I've heard about it from van lifers, actually, from people who are in vans or people who travel. They have access to Better Help wherever they are. So I know that it could be valuable to you, valuable to him especially. Okay, so somebody else said they donated as well. Thank you very, very much for the donation. So who've we got that donated? Diamond Bay. So let's have a look. What did you donate through? Wow. 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 Whoops. Yeah, you're welcome, Wendy. You're welcome. Okay, Diamond. You donated. Of course. So okay. So that was a $15 American, 15 American. Yes, you donated. Yes, I saw that. So let's have a look at what you are going to do. Let me do. Okay, so let's do. Mentor Tarot. I'm just going to get some Oracle cards. Okay, so let me just grab Oracle cards. Oh, did not expect. So I'm just going to grab the Oracle deck that I want. Whoops. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Wendy. Thank you very much. Okay, who's got the eye on Diamond Bay? Whoa. Okay, so well, oops. I forgot to do. Okay. Trying to work out how much because you paid New Zealand dollars, and so it sort of goes a bit of a funny amount, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got 12 here. I'm actually going to throw in 15. I think makes sense. Right. Then I've got okay, Vesta's Art Love Oracle and Vesta's Art Oracle of Passion. Whoa, this is going to pull out. Okay, going to do it like that. Okay, I'm just going to do as I'm told. Right, it's all about love. It's all about romance. Maybe it's all about a connection and their actions. So let's have a look. We've got, first one we have here is we have the sense of moderation coming into play here, about not being excessive. And so we've got someone here who could be quite, I Okay, he's quite an entrepreneur. He's quite passionate, very creative energy here. So you've got someone who could be very much, I'm actually getting quite excessive. You've sort of got he can be quite excessive in regards to his passion or his creativity coming in here. So that's how I feel like you've got someone here who could be very much of a fiery sign, someone who's a bit of a fire sign, fire energy coming in quite strongly here. So you've got the potential. Definitely feels very romantic in a way. He's got this passion, this creativity, a youthful energy, getting a very youthful energy about him, very creative, but he's got a lot of potential, shows potential. Oops. Okay, there seems to be a lot of support in the picture, a lot of recognition for your skills and abilities. Maybe recognized for your organizational skills, organized for nurturing your health and wealth, being I do feel like there's a sense of being recognized for who you are. I don't know if you've got a business sense, I don't know if you've got a business sense. I want to say quite practical, but in a nurturing way, very nurturing energy, but very practical and organized. Diamond Bay. So seems to be a lot of pause. There's a moment of reflection and contemplation as you move ahead with victory and success. So it feels like they want to, it's like they're contemplating on where they want to be, what needs to be, and moving forward. So there's that wanting of success. Feels like they want a lot of a success to the journey. Okay. Just trying to look at this as a view of an overview. Five of Coins. Five of Coins is feel like you're being led out of poverty. So maybe there's a sense of being in poverty in some way, maybe feeling like maybe they felt like they were in poverty, but they feel like they're being led out by you, which is definitely giving them the sense of I wonder if they've been dealing with some emotional hurt as well from the past. So it could be this person may have had some emotional hurt of the past, and now they're feeling like they're being led out of that, led out of their emotional wounds. Whew, a shift out of, it feels like it's a new cycle with the moon card here and the world card. Feels like they're shifting into a new, so it's definitely new possibilities. Definitely feels like there's new beginnings, new possibilities coming into play here. So when you look at these cards as a whole, I do get the sense of him being the person being that's coming into your life as someone who's a bit of an entrepreneur. They could be quite excessive in regards to their passion and their creativity. Definitely a lot of potential. Definitely feels like being led. This definitely feels like there's a romantic potential, passionate potential coming into things here. That's their hope and it's their dreams with what's coming through for you. So it feels like you're being led, being supported in many ways, supported and being the sense of, yeah, organized, nurturing your health, finances, support. I'm getting a lot of support. It feels like they want to support you. There's a lot of support around you. Definitely contemplation about the direction, having success in your journey. Feels like there's a lot of stuff, a lot of layers coming through with these cards. Feels like there's a lot going on with it. Definitely feels like there's a sense of dealing with past. I don't know if you're dealing with past. They've been dealing with past hurts as they come into it. So they're leaving behind the old hurts as they move into something new and exciting. That's how they feel like with you. Like they're moving into being with you is going to allow them to have new energy, new vitality in it. Definitely feels like there's a shift when you've got the moon and the world cards. It's like there's a new cycle moving into something new. So maybe that's what their wishes are. That's what they want to do. That's their action they want to take. They want to take this new cycle, new possibilities. So the next 3 cards, let's have a look. What have we got? Oh, there's some worries and stresses coming in, some heartbreak and some battles. Wow. So we've got the 9 of Swords, 3 of Swords, and 5 of Cups. Feels like there's a sense of focusing on the negative as well through this process. So there might be that sense of they might find themselves focusing on the negative instead of focusing on what they do have. So, you know, even though they may want to move on with you, move in the new direction, there does seem to be this underlining energy that brings a lot of sadness or a lot of focus on the negatives of what ifs. So that could be to do with the past. That could be their energy that they're bringing in from the past, coming into you, into the relationship, into the possibilities. So they could come through. So here we've got the healing through love. So with you being maybe open to whatever's going on, could bring in some changes to things going on, could bring in some changes. And it's all about knowledge, just dancing through life. So coming through into something a bit more positive energy and stuff could come from the ability to communicate. Okay, so there could be some change. There could be some challenges because of the past. The past could be what's affecting them in many ways. So that's most probably why, you know, they might come into you, but there might be a lot of stuff that comes in from the past energy. Okay, and because of that past energy, it's about allowing that healing to come through, being able to communicate, allow yourself that fun, positive energy. But there could be a lot of healing needed, and that's going to bring about some changes. That could be really, really important here. So there could be a lot of healing needed. Okay, a lot of healing needed. And that can just be by you opening up your heart to the possibilities, to whatever's going on for you. Yeah. Okay, so I do feel like there's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff that will need a lot of communication and a lot of support. But yeah, a lot going on. I feel like there'll be a lot of healing being done. So it's whatever you want to do with it, really. It does feel like someone's coming in that's going to have need a lot of healing. So what you do with it is totally up to you. You've got someone who's very sort of fiery energy, quite fiery, may have a lot of baggage. May have a lot of stuff. So right now, the free list. Let's do this. So the current list, we just did. Okay, so Diamond Bay we just did. Okay, so we've got Egyptian Jaguar, the Unconventional Light, SP, Nettie, and Lynn. Just give me a minute. So don't forget, if you donate through Ko-Fi, that they do have exclusive content as well, which is quite cool. Sorry, I'm just done this separately here. So let me just do this here. There. So I'm just thinking, okay, so it's going to take a bit of time to go through. So, right. So I'm just waiting for some questions to come through. So I'm just waiting for this to catch up. I'm just waiting to see who I've got. This is all a bit slow. Just trying to work out who's who. Right. Unconventional light. Yep, I just need your question. You're welcome, Diamond Bay. So I want unconventional light and SP. For questions. SP, Nettie, then Kaylin. Okay, what was I supposed to learn from the short connection with Damien? Okay, interesting. Okay. Where are we? Actually, yeah, supernatural. Supernatural. What was I supposed to learn? Whoops, let me get rid of these. By the way, those that were interested, this is Vesta's Art Oracle deck, and this My Creations available through Make Playing Cards, by the way. Okay. So what was I supposed to learn from my short connection with Damien? What a great question. What a great question. What was I supposed to learn from my short connection with Damien? Don't forget, if you do donate, please let me know, because I'm a bit of a I'm a one-man show, I think, at the moment. What was I supposed to learn from my short connection with Damien? Oh, interesting, about making better choices, about making choices. It's about what you choose to do. And it can also be a sense of moving forward, having closure. I'm getting a sense here. It's interesting how I just randomly chose two cards from here. And it feels very much about your choices that you make, looking at your choices that you need to make for yourself, and being able to walk away from what was, and to walk away from what was. It's really important for you to learn. Maybe about having the closure that you needed as well. As you walk away, it's about finding that emotional disconnect. So it's about finding that emotional disconnect. I'm getting very much about Archangel Michael here, about cutting the cords. So I don't know if you've worked with the archangels in any way, but Archangel Michael is all about cutting those cords. It's all about being able to protect yourself and making sure that you are able to cut those attachments, those attachment cords. So working with Archangel Michael may be beneficial to you with cutting the cords. Visualize the cords being cut. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And visualize the cords of attachment cut away, released, and let go. And Archangel Raphael is going to bring in the healing that you need. Archangel Michael to cut those cords. Archangel Raphael to apply the healing that's needed. Okay, so that's going to be really beneficial for you to just sort of move forward in that journey. Okay, so who am I next? Okay, so I said SP, didn't I? SP, Nettie, and okay, SP and Nettie and Kaylin. Just cool. SP, right? Let's do the Labyrinth Tarot here. Labyrinth. Oh. Will S succeed in education and career moving forward? Now that's based on the current energies, okay, with whatever's going on at this time. Okay, Knight of Pots. Feels very much like a news arriving, so a yes, a good news. Tells us yes. And Nine of Junk. Yeah, definitely feels like there's a gain, a material gain. So yeah, you'll succeed in education and career going forward, but what you do with it is totally up to you. Yeah, there could be success, but how you reach that success is totally up to you. And what you do with it after that, up to you what you do. So I don't know how you, it doesn't tell us how you're going to do it, only that yes, you will. Okay, so next on the list. Okay, I really need to. Yeah, they were both good cards. They both said that you were going to succeed. You got the Nine of Junk, which is like Nine of Pentacles. So you basically got the Knight of Cups and the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, tells me both that they're both a gain. Okay, Nettie. Some stuff are going to surprise you. Let's just do the okay. The stuff are going to surprise you soon. Let's have a look. What do we got? Lovers. It's interesting. Yeah. Choices to be made. It could be addictive. Yeah. Definitely could surprise you soon. Yeah, it definitely feels like it could be a surprise. I'll tell you much more than that. Yeah, definitely going to surprise you. Definitely feels like there's going to be a surprise. Where you got the Lovers and the Devil. The Lovers is about choices coming in, and the Devil is about an addiction. So yeah, it could definitely surprise you, and what you do with it, it's totally up to you. So yeah, it's going to surprise you. Don't know what the surprise is. Doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a good surprise, but there's definitely a surprise coming. You know, surprises can be good or bad, but okay, so next on the list. So whoever hasn't had a reading, just need to type in your question. Yeah. Kaylin, right. So let me have a look. Should I go out with Z? Should you go out with Z? Remember, ultimately, this is entertainment. This is your choice. You have free will. You can listen or not listen to me. Totally up to you. These are only suggestions and ideas. Should you go out with Z? And I'm just going to use the Rider Tarot deck. Oops. It's interesting. The Lovers card flew out again. And the Fool with new beginnings. So yeah, if you want to, it's the start of something new, something. The Lovers can be about choices and decisions needing to make, trying to find a sense of balance, temptation. She's got the snake here with temptation, shedding old skins. It definitely feels as though, yeah, totally. It'll bring out new beginnings, new possibilities. Might need to be a bit cautious, might need to be a bit aware of what's going on. Maybe you might find yourself a little bit vulnerable, you know, at the beginning of this relationship. Could be a sense of being vulnerable. So yeah, maybe he's free-spirited to it. Loyal. There's a loyalty. Maybe you need to be loyal to yourself in some way. So yeah, up to you, totally. Take a risk. Take a risk in the position. So yeah. Says why not? Take a risk. Okay, so just trying to see if there was anyone else that I. Okay, so let's have a little bit of a look-see here. So I don't know if anyone's donated or anything like that. Let's just chuck this in here. Okay, let me just do this and let me just sort out who's next on the list. Right, just take a minute, take a breath, just sort of working out. Okay, let me just type up this next list. LXNRIA. Just take me a second just to type up. Julia Julia, Ivy, Julia, and then Ivy. Right. So yes, I've got next list is Lixnia, Julia, Ivy, and Gloria. Okay, so the deck I used, this one here, is called Rider deck. It's an independent deck. It was actually given to me as a gift. So can these four, right, these four. Okay, so think about your question. Think about what, how, and why. Be empowered. Instead of, when you ask a yes or no question, that's all you're going to get. If you want a little bit more with the reading, ask what, how, and why, and you'll get a lot more out of the reading. You'll get a lot more. And I'm actually going to pull out, where are you? Waterfall Tarot. That's my other one. Not much of these left. I don't know how many are left with Tarot Oracle. The Waterfall Tarot. Right, so let's do this next free list. So I need a question from Lixneria, Julia, Ivy, and Gloria. Okay, that's the last, that's the four. Oh man, I've been on for over 2 hours. Missed Tarot Oracle today. That's all right. I've missed. He'll be doing his live, which I normally join, but that's all good. Don't forget, if there's any donations, you go through Ko-Fi. Means you get some exclusive content. Lots of downloads and freebies and stuff like that. There's lots of stuff there too. And don't forget, there's Discord as well. Whew. Okay, 1 minute. Let me just do this. What did I just do? I think I just closed off my... Okay. Okay. So these are the questions I want. They can be in any order. Everyone's going to get their questions. And then I'll do the next list. This is the list that I'm doing at the moment. Okay, this is what I'm doing at the moment. They're going to be in any order. I just want to get through them, and then once I've done this list, then I'll see what's next, because I've already been here over 2 hours, guys. Just remember, I've been here for over 2 hours. So I'm just going to get these 4 done, and then I'll see from there. Don't forget, donations take priority. So I just need your question. And I'm just going to get everybody, these 4 I'm going to do. Don't know what order I'm going to do them in. They'll just get done. So these 4 first. So, whoops. So what's happening here? Oh, Egyptian famous. Yeah, I knew you were busy. No big deal. We'll get that right. Let's have a look. Did I... So, did I traumatize O when I slept with him? Well, did you traumatize O when you slept with him? Oh, okay. It brought clarity. Whoa. Okay, that flew out. Wish fulfilled. I don't think you traumatized him, but it definitely was a wish. And it gave him clarity, maybe. Felt like maybe you gave him a sense of a new beginning, a new hope, new possibilities, new thoughts to the situation. I don't feel you traumatized him, but you definitely gave him something. You definitely gave him a sense of new beginnings, new possibilities, new hope to the situation. It's definitely felt like they gave him a new idea about something. I don't know whether it's true or not, but that's, not whether it's the facts or not, but this is his perception, is that you gave him something, say, gave him sort of a sense of hope, a sense of a new idea, a new possibility, a new plan, maybe he felt that you gave him a new possibility of being with you in some way. So yeah. Next was, I'll do Gloria. And what was the other person who I said? Julia. Sorry, Julia and Ivy. Julia, Ivy. Oh, Egyptian famous, of course. Okay. Oops, sorry, not that one. Sorry, I wouldn't mean to do that one. Trying to find Gloria's question. Should I cut off Junior? Yeah, reword your question, Gloria. Okay, you want to reword your question. So this is the list that I've got at the moment. Okay, and I've done Luxnia, and I've got Julia, Ivy, and Gloria. So Julia, Ivy, and Gloria. Then there is next list is CURLY. So I'll just get curly, right? And XC17. Okay. Okay, so at the moment I'm doing Julia, Ivy, and Gloria. I'm still waiting for questions. So from there, Julia, Ivy, and Gloria. So I just need your questions. So, sorry, I just have to stretch here. Oh, what would happen? That's a great question. What would happen if I give Junior a chance? What will happen if you give Junior a chance? What will happen if you give Junior a chance? Let's do Elemental Wisdom Tarot here. What will happen if you give Junior a chance, Gloria? Just type in your question, Egyptian famous. If you're here, just type in your question. Just waiting for Julia and Ivy. I'm just waiting for their question, and then the next ones are Curly and 17. Yeah, please, Egyptian famous. That'd be cool. What would happen if Gloria gives Junior a chance? Do you know, I pulled over the Hanged Man, and my first word was enlightenment. A new understanding. Whew. 5 of Swords. A new understanding, but it could be a sense of being defeated, being this card here, I'm getting a real strong sort of defeated, a sort of a really being hurt, maybe a new perspective on a different thing. So maybe you'll get that sense of understanding and enlightenment, a sense of, if you give Junior a chance, maybe it's going to allow you to see what you don't want. So really, it's your choice. You've got free will. It might give you a chance to get a new understanding. You'll have an understanding of maybe what hurts you, what defeats you in a way. So I feel it's going to give you closure to stuff. Doesn't mean that it's not a good, I mean, totally up to you, of course, what you do with it. But yeah, up to you really. Doesn't feel very positive. But it might be something you might have to go through. Totally up to you whether you do or you don't. I mean, you could choose not to go through it, of course, but I definitely feel if you give Junior a chance, I do feel like there's going to be a sense of hurt, maybe some wounds. It's going to give you some understanding. Right, Egyptian famous. She's been waiting all, you've been in and out all day, so that, well, for the last 2 hours. So that's all cool. So Curly and 15. 17, should I say? 17, not 15, 17. And who did I miss? Lily and Jaguar. Jaguar, Lily, and there's a few that missed. Okay, I have to use the I have to use the stick. Erotic tarot. Okay. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, definitely getting a feeling of yeah. Like it's got the Page of Shells here. I'm getting that sense of romance, that sense of sort of coming together, sort of self-satisfaction. I think you'll be self-satisfied with the progress, and I definitely feel like that's that sense of being sort of that earthy type character. I'm just getting a really strong yes from it. So just want to read this Knight of Roses. It's the fact of getting down to business. I want to say yes, it'll be with so it's like getting down to business with it all. Definitely feels it's yeah, I just keep getting the sense of just getting down to it, getting the sense of like just doing it. And so yeah, I definitely feel like it will be. Definitely feel like it will be. I just want to do Oracle of Passions. I just want to throw in, let's just throw in for Egyptian famous. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just dropped all the cards here. Didn't mean to do that. That was me just being clumsy. Woo. Please light your spark. There's some stuff that's going to be hidden as well. I think there's some hidden stuff. One more card here. The embrace of two souls with harmonization. So I do feel like there's a lot of stuff that's to be discovered. I do feel like there's a lot of stuff to be discovered, Egyptian famous. Okay, so I do feel like he lights your spark. There's a lot of stuff that's sort of hidden yet to be discovered, and there's this whole thing about the two of you embracing, and it's going to bring you a sense of harmonization. So it's going to bring a sense of harmony within your own soul. It's what you choose to do with it, of course. It's what you guys choose to communicate. So yeah, something to sort of think about. I think this card here is quite important here, but also to bring the harmonization in. I feel like there's a letting go of a lot of stress, a lot of energy, a lot of, I want to say negative energy, and it's going to bring in a sense, once you let go of all that negative energy or doubt or whatever else is going on, it's going to bring in a sense of harmony to the whole thing. A lot of healing, a lot of trusting in your gut instinct, a lot of how you digest your experiences through the love. I feel like there's a lot of healing and stuff taking place. So yeah. Right. Okay, I'm just going to do these two here. I'm sort of been on for like nearly 2.5 hours, guys. Just want you to be aware that I've already been on for 2.5 hours. If you've got a question, think about donations. Make sure your question is how, what, and why. You know, think about being empowered. Okay, 2 cards. I did 2 card readings for those that want a reading. Don't forget, if you want a little bit more, to donate. That was specifically for Egyptian famous, right? Whew. Okay, time to have a look at the ancient Italian. Ancient Italian. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just sort of cruising. It's whether I sort of want to keep going. Once I finish, I'll finish. But what have we got? I don't know. Right up who's come in. I think there's Bicycle, Yummy, and Rosie. Okay, Bicycle, Summer, and Yummy, and Rosie. Egyptian. I think that's the last 3. What would happen if I contact Jay? You're welcome. You're welcome. Don't forget, if you're happy with your reading, don't forget there's a link down below to write a review on my channel, on my blog, should I say. Don't forget to, so you can support even for $1 is always great. You can use the link either through Ko-Fi. You know, $1 a month will get you exclusive content on Ko-Fi as well. Oh, okay. What would happen if you contact Jay? Okay, Page of Cups. Might bring yourself back into alignment. Deal with any past hurts. Might feel hurt. Could be a lot of hurt coming into play here. And we have 6 of Coins. So you've got that whole sense of giving unconditionally. So it could be that you're giving us a lot of yourself away. If you contact him, if you contact Jay, I do feel maybe you could be dealing with some of your own hurt. It could be that you're giving a lot of yourself away. Okay, I do feel like you're giving him your power. You're giving him the best of you. You're giving him your health, your wealth of energy, your who you are as an individual. I feel like you're giving away a lot of yourself. When you look at these two cards here, you got the Page of Cups, and it's all about hurt and wounds and emotional needs and everything like that. I think your heart's overriding your mind in this case, and I think you sort of need to I think you need to look at your thoughts and your ideas, your perceptions about the situation, because you're giving a lot of yourself away. Definitely feel like you're giving a lot of yourself away in many ways. There doesn't seem to be anything coming towards you. Seems to be a lot of you giving. Okay. I don't feel like he's like there's that, or Jay's giving you anything in return. Feels like you're giving of yourself. Okay. So I think you need to really take a moment to take a breath. You need to think about putting yourself back in alignment. Look at your own emotional needs. Up to you. Are you, what are you receiving out of it? No. 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 So anyway, 17. Will I find another job soon? Okay. So you want a yes and no. Will you find another job soon? So I'm just going to go into the Rider deck. Yes or no question. Will 17 find another job soon? It says fortune, possibility, the wheel goes round, decisions to be made. This definitely feels like you're recognized for your skills and your abilities. So yeah, you could get another job. You could be recognized for your skills and your abilities. Definitely says yeah, totally. You'll definitely find another job. Definitely find you'll get another job. Right, we have Bicycle Yummy and so okay, so Cancer X's current energy towards you. Okay, let's do the waterfall. Oh, I should do that with my arm. X's current energy. What is X's current energy? What is X's current energy? Whew, got Queen of Swords. Okay, straight away I got the sense of like nurturing like they're looking at the truth of the situation. And things seem quite intense in some way. So maybe the facts I want to talk about just sense of moving in the direction. Feels like or it's intense. Don't know whether the facts, it doesn't mean that. Okay. Ooh. I don't know whether your ex is sharp tongued in any way. I'm getting a very sort of sharp tongue, intense type energy. Don't know whether it's full of arguments or quarrels or things like that, but I do feel like there's a belittling. I'm getting a very belittling energy. Oh, trying to get this through, but just yummy. I just want to know, is your ex a little bit, I don't know, I'm sort of getting a bit of a nasty sort of streak. It doesn't feel very positive. I'm getting a sort of a very nasty streak to them. Whew, getting a very sort of a nasty sort of energy. Yummy. So I'm just getting a bit of a sort of a nasty energy. So I'm just wondering what that is. Whew. Definitely feels like there's something going on there. So yeah, it doesn't feel very positive. Doesn't feel very positive energy. So I don't know if that's somewhere you want to go. Read, you know, if you want to go back to that energy. Sorry, I'm just redoing the incense while I'm sitting here. So I'm just feeling a very sort of negative energy. It doesn't feel very positive. Feels very sort of belittling, or just feels very nasty energy. I don't think it really helps you to focus on that energy. Doesn't feel very positive. Oh, his friend. Okay, well that's what I'm feeling. I don't know whether it's well, that's what's sort of been influencing him. So that's what seems to have come through. I'm just getting a very strong negative energy around it. So I don't know if that's influencing him in any way. Okay. Well, that's what's come through for it. Just feels very a lot of negative energy around it. So I don't know whether that's influencing his thoughts, his thing. So it's not really giving us a huge clear picture, but it definitely feels like there's a lot of stuff going on there. Okay, so you're welcome. Right, so done that, and we got Rose, bicycle, and Rose. So who am I missing? Bicycles and Summer and Rosie. At this stage, I'm just doing this last few. I'm just waiting for some question. Just wait. Oh, sorry, not yummy. Bicycle, bicycle, Summer, Rosie. Just waiting for Rosie. Right. Just type that in. Just typing as I see. How will things go with the house? Oh, good question. How will everything go with the house? Will we be able to afford it? Oh, that's a good one. So, obviously, looking at buying a new house. You don't want to make the wrong decision. Okay. So, first card we've got here is as you're facing your fears. Okay. So, you need to face your fears about the money situation. Okay. So, what you need to do is actually sit down and do a budget. You need to actually look at what's your income and what's your outcome. You need to face your fears. You need to deal with that thing that you're afraid of, and it's all about, can you afford it? So you're afraid that you're making the wrong decision. So you need to look at the pros and the cons of the house. You need to make a list. You need to do all the research. You need to do I don't know if you have that there, but a sense of looking at the foundations of the house. I feel like you need to have someone, I don't know if you have an engineer or someone who can go in and have a look at the foundation of the house to make sure you don't have to do any extra work to the house. I feel like you need to look at the foundations of the house. I feel like you need to look at all the stuff that's going on financially. What are you actually afraid of? Facing your fears. Yeah, I'm just getting a lot about that. Okay. Now we have the Tower here, which tells us doom and gloom, right? But it also means that you can rebuild the way you want it to. You can rebuild and stand on solid ground. Do what you want to do for yourself. Rebuild, redesign the house that you want. So what you need to do is go back and have a look at what you're afraid of. Why are you afraid of making the wrong decision? So you need to go and have a look at the foundation of the house. You need to go and have a look at how you can rebuild or redesign the way that you want it to. So I feel like there's more to it that you need to do. So yeah, I do think that there is a sense of rebuilding the journey that you want, rebuild the house the way you want it to, have a sense of understanding with what you want. Now, it's a huge impact on you. It is a huge impact. We know that because we've got two major cards here. So it tells us that it's a big impact with us. You're moving through different stages of the process as well. You're moving through different stages of the cycle. So what are the things that you need to do? What steps do you need to take to be able to build or have enlightenment, to have understanding of what you're doing in some way? So there's quite a bit there in regards to being able to sort of to look at things from a new perspective, to look at things that you can have a leap of faith. Take a leap of faith in what you're doing or what's going on. So yeah, I do feel like you just need to take a breath for a minute. Take a moment to have a look and have a look at the foundations of the house. Have a look at your budget. I feel like there's a sense of you're afraid of making the wrong decision, so you need to do the research. So what research do you need to do? So you've got the information that you need so that you can build the life that you want, the house that you want, the life that you want. And so you can stand on more solid ground. Some things to think about anyway. Okay. So I don't know who I've missed from that list. Summer. You're welcome, Rosie. You're welcome. Okay, so just need to just think for a minute. I don't know who I've missed. Oh, bicycle. I don't think I got your message. Oh, Ivy. You were on stage for a musical? Ivy, that's where you, yes, you can get your reading. I've been waiting for you. Okay, Ivy, I've been waiting for you. Okay, got you. You're back now. Great. You're on stage for what musical are you doing, Ivy? What musical are you doing? Oh my God. Freaky. Freaky, freaky. Okay, so let's do actually thinking of doing, where are you? Tarot de Marseille. Et voilà. Oui, ah, bien. Okay. Whoops, didn't mean to touch that. Annie. Oh, okay. No need to apologize. No need to apologize. Well, me and Louis, okay. Well, Ivy and Louis. Oh, okay. So you just want a yes or no question. Will they be back in a relationship? Okay. Okay, Three of Wands. There's a pause. There's definitely a pause. And you've got a hurt and wounded. So I don't see you being back in a committed relationship soon. Okay, with the nine of wands here is that sense of waiting, and with the Three of Wands, it's all about waiting, waiting, waiting. So no, I don't see it happening soon. I feel like there is a need to communicate. There's definitely a lack of communication. It's all about the energy, the vibration that's going on at the moment, the beliefs. I feel like it's very much about the beliefs at the moment. It's all about the beliefs, the perceptions, the beliefs. It's more about, the beliefs, more so than the facts. Okay. So no, I don't see being back in a committed relationship soon. I feel like there's a real need to communicate. There's a need to get on the same page. Okay, there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of work to move through, a lot of energy to move, to declutter, to get rid of. So there's a lot of work. With the Perseverance card, tells me that there's a lot of work needed before you could ever even think about being in another committed relationship, especially together. There's so much work to be done, because otherwise you're going to be doomed to repeat the pattern. If you guys don't communicate, you're going to be doomed to repeat the pattern, and not just with each other, but with other people. You'll repeat the same pattern with other people. If you guys cannot communicate, you'll repeat this pattern with other people until you get some clarity. Well, you have to communicate. You have to get some closure, and whatever that means for you guys, whatever you choose to do. Communication is number one. And you might find that you're not on the same page, and that's okay. You've got to be okay with whatever the communication brings out. But you guys have got to communicate. You've got to get some closure in whatever way it is, whether you move forward or not. You've got to communicate. You've got to speak in whatever's going to happen. So no, I don't see a committed relationship soon, because there's no communication. It's just not going to happen until the communication starts to happen. And so if there's no communication, no relationship. Right. So things are a bit slow here. So let's have a look. What have I got? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Silly thing. Okay, so what am I missing? Whew. Okay, so who we've got? Kick out. How will your next exam go? Let's have a look. Ouch, shoulder just clicked. Oh, that hurt. Okay, let's do the Victorian steampunk. Okay, so I'm not sure who I've missed, but I don't know who's still here. If Aquarius is still here, J Aquarius rising, you can type in your question too, and we're just getting close to the last readings. So how will my next exam go? Okay, how will your next exam go? So I'm not sure who's here. So if I haven't done a reading for you, could you just type in your question, please? Oh, you're welcome, Ivy. Right, your calc. Ooh, wealth and abundance. It tells me good. It feels really positive. Feels like you'll get really, really good grades. Everything will do really, really well. Definitely balanced energy, balanced emotionally. So yeah, I think you'll do really, really well with your exam. Does feel really, really positive. Does feel like everything's sort of going to come together. It's going to feel very balanced emotionally. Yeah, definitely feels really, really positive. Feels like your exam's going to do really, really well. It just got a wealth of abundance. It just feels really, really positive. Just feels like you get good grades. You'll do really, really well. Excellent grades. With the Ten of Pentacles here, just tells us that there's a wealth of abundance. And with the Two of Dragonflies here, you've got that whole sense of emotional balance. So it does feel like everything's sort of going to come in together. There's going to be that connection. You're going to connect with the answers really, with the exam really well. And I just feel like everything's going to do really, really excellent. Right. Last ones. Okay, so last readings. Okay, so I'm just going to do the last reading. So let me just do this here. So I'm just going to type in here. So I don't know if you've got... I don't know if there's anyone else, but that's the last. I'll do one last reading. Whoever's still here. One last reading. I was just trying to see if Aquarius was here. So I'm not sure who's here. Who wants the last reading? So I'm not sure who's here. So while I wait, 1, 2, 3. Okay, card 1, 2, or 3. Card number 1 is beginnings of change. Number 2 is what is missing. So what's missing in the relationship. And number 3 is all about communication. So number 1, it feels like the seeds are planted. It's the beginnings of change. Number 2 feels like there's something is missing from the bigger picture. And number 3 talks about the need to communicate. Need to communicate is so important. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Whether there's anyone else. Whether we're just having a bit of a slow moment with YouTube and things going on. Oh, Learning Tarot wands, of course. Oh, I know why. Because I shoved it into here, didn't I? So I don't know if there was a bit of a funny... Sorry, I'm just going to do something here. So I don't know if there was a bit of a funny... Okay. I'm trying to decide what's going on here. Seems like there's a bit of a slow with the chat. Right. So from the Inspired by Frida, let's do cards number 1, 2, and 3. Card number 1. Card number 1. Let your creativity take you between nothing and everything. Your heart knows the way. Card number 2 is if you need to repair something, use gold and be creative. See the value in mending. And number 3 is do you feel free and what does it mean to you? Say, I am free, I am free, I am free. So there we are. Right, I suppose I should think about some lunch. I don't know what's going on with the with YouTube. Maybe I'll come back later. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Let me see. Oh, pardon me. I sneezed and I didn't want to do that. So, oh, pardon me. Sorry, let me just mute this. Okay, I thought I was going to sneeze, but I didn't. Okay. Looks like that's it. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, hi. Oh, I was just about to do something there. Yes, ask a quick question before I finish off. What's your question? Not sure who's here. So, yep, ask your question. What, how, why? What's a weird thing about you? Or what is Wahid thinking about me? Oh, okay, so let's have a look at this. What is Wahid thinking about me? Okay, so let's have a look. choices, options. Feels like you've got a lot of options, a lot of choices to be made. Okay, there's that sense of maybe feels like you are someone who is business oriented. I don't know if you are business orientated in any way. Wahed may think of you as someone who is business orientated. Maybe you're someone that has a lot of options or a lot of choices available to you as well. So yeah, maybe Wahed is thinking that you are quite business orientated, that you are quite or money orientated in some way. May think of you as someone who's money orientated, someone who has a lot of emotional choices to make. So they may feel as though, remember, this is their perspective. It may not be exactly who you are, but that's their perspective of you. Thus seeing you as someone who has got a lot of choices, that you are very sort of, I want to say successful in a way, business orientated. But I'm getting a sense of being successful, nurturing your wealth. Maybe they feel that you're wealthy in many ways. So I do feel like you have a lot of choices available to you. That's what I'm sort of getting, a very sort of doesn't feel very romantic, or it doesn't feel like it's all emotions. It's not like it's all passionate or anything like that. There is that sense of looking at how to choose. That you've got a lot of choices available to you. That you have that sense of wealth and abundance, that nurturing. Maybe you nurture your finances. You're quite good at nurturing your money, and so to speak. So they see you as being quite well off in a way. Now, remember, this may not be you. That is just their perception of you. It is how they see you, how they think about you. Okay? Oh, you didn't ask me that. It's a second. You asked what's Wahed thinking about you. That's the reading that I got. I didn't get any more information about it. I'm just doing that. If you want to do any more in-depth readings, donations are available. So it's about donation. Remember, with a 2-card spread, we're just looking on these 2 cards. So I'm not going to elaborate any further than what's on these 2 cards here. And so we've got the 7 of Cups, and that's all about making choices, being able to look at things wisely. It feels like there's a lot of 7 of Cups is basically about choosing wisely about things. And the Queen of Discs is someone who is quite business orientated, quite looking at finances, looking at maybe nurturing your health. A sense of maybe you're taking care of people who you feel are less fortunate than you. All that sort of organization energy sort of comes through, very much sort of down to earth type of energy. That's what the Queen of Discs is all about. So we're not going to get a lot of information just from those 2 cards when we're focusing on what is Wahed thinking about. So we're looking at just those 2 cards. So if you want anything more, donations, or come back another time and ask another question. But yeah, that's it for me. Feels like that's it. Oh, let me just get rid of that. Oops, profile shop. Right, that's it. Okay, take care. Don't forget to check the links down below. Check the links on my channel. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you know when the next video will be uploaded. Take care and blessed be.